With a tiny bit of work, you can double, if not triple, the value of secondhand clubs that you can get off Facebook or eBay. Sound good? Let me show you how. In terms of cost, this set of irons cost me £50, which you're thinking, Simon, that is ridiculous value. Guys, how you doing? Welcome back to a brand new video. 2 sets of irons on the ground and a box next to it, and the box has got 2 clubs in it, which is going to make these sets a lot more valuable. I think you can kind of put 2 and 2 together, which is exactly what I want to get into this video today. It's a topic that I haven't really thought about covering before, but when I got these 2 sets of irons and I started doing my research, it dawned on me, a lot of beginners out there, you wanting that modern set of irons, but you don't want to spend a lot of money. But with a bit of time, effort, work, a few hours in the evening, you could probably make money by doing this method. It's arduous, it's tedious, it's long, and you could kind of get a bit tangled if you don't go about it correctly, but that's why I'm making this video. If you wouldn't mind leaving this video a like, subscribing if you're new, let's do it. Okay, so quickly, before we go into this and explain that kind of situation, I do want to give you guys some updates. Number 1, Maori is about 3 to 4 weeks off her due date, therefore we could pretty much have another baby any time now. Therefore, if you don't hear from me or see me or any YouTube videos, that's probably why. That being said, I've only made 4 videos this month, which is an all-time low. But you guys, if you've been watching the channel now, you kind of understand the situation I'm in and the reason that the videos haven't been obviously flowing as normal. That being said, the video views, like, support has been amazing, astonishing actually. So I really do appreciate all the support. Update number 2. If you've been watching the channel for a while, you'll know that I've been trying to design a website, which is essentially going to have everything from like secondhand forums, potentially another secondhand trading place where there won't be necessarily fees, my coaching videos, exclusive content, secondhand golf club advice slash fit, all this kind of stuff. However, that's taken quite a long time, and the gentleman that's been helping me with that, Paul, got in contact quite a while ago. He actually has basically a Patreon kind of new platform that he's basically pushing, and he said, would I be interested in that, because it kind of ticks a lot of boxes for me in terms of having one-to-one communication with you guys, whether it's online coaching or club fitting or secondhand golf club advice or amazing deals or stuff that I see that I can basically communicate to a small number of you that essentially just have no idea and are bewildered by golf. And this is basically for people that have just started the game. It's not going to be like pay hourly, because I don't think I can give an hour's lesson online. In person, of course. Online, it's essentially 5-10 minutes of analysis and 5 minutes of writing, and it's pretty much the same for secondhand golf club advice as well, how to build a bag, and that it kind of stretches over weeks and months. Therefore, the subscription basis is going to allow me to have a one-to-one with a lot of you guys that might need help, and potentially the main goal of this is I give you more value than you're giving me, i.e. £10 a month to me, which is great, and obviously kind of allow me to push out the day job which I've got at the moment and make more videos, and then we can reach the goal of YouTube, secondhand golf club fitting studio and everything else, so I can reach my goal quicker, but at the same time I can kind of make you save money, build an amazing bag that's kind of going to be fitted better for you at quite good value. That's the idea, that's the game plan. So once that goes live and I know where I'm at with that, then I'll let you guys know. Obviously, I don't want a huge amount of numbers, like obviously if 10,000 of you join at £10 a month, that's 100 grand a month. The giveaways would be incredible. But if it's 50 to 100 people, that's kind of my goal. It means that I can kind of give that to one-to-one. You can drop in, drop out, that kind of idea. And again, it just gives me another avenue, so hopefully I can drop a 2 days or maybe a day a week day job, and obviously I've still got that finance coming in, so I can make more of these. Hope that all makes sense. As I say, I'll keep you updated when I actually go with that, because I want to make sure everything's in line and I can produce on my promise and give you guys the value that you would obviously get from that. Right, that's enough talking. Let's open the box. So we have 2 sets of irons here. We have a set of Ping i3s, which you can see there. Hopefully camera focuses. Not the most appealing aesthetically, the Ping i3, but it pretty much is a Ping, well, these are obviously the Ping i3 blades. Quite similar head design, and you're going to get pretty much the same level of forgiveness and everything else. as a 5-year-old. I mean, these are quite dated, but we're talking, if you got the Ping, let's say i5 or i10 or i20, it's exactly the same, just the badge at the back looks quite dated. Grips on the top there, again quite dated, and unfortunately re-gripping those with all multi-compound grips is pretty much going to be worth more than the clubs themselves. But good for giving. As I say, the older you go, if I had to go 20 years back and pick a manufacturer, Ping would be the one for me. In the other hand, we've got a Nike Pro combo. Oh, there we go. So pretty battered, pretty worn Nike irons, but again, good amount here, free to pitch and wedge. In terms of cost, this set of irons cost me £50, which you're thinking, Simon, that is ridiculously good value. This set of irons was actually given to me, I then sold, and then I actually bought back off the same gentleman, and I'm now in possession with them once again. And you're now thinking, Simon, you've got that set for free, and then it came back to you, and then not only that, you've got another set for £50. Therefore, at this present time, I think I'm £50 in the hole for both sets of irons, which is ridiculously good value. Simon, how did you do it? They're missing an iron in both sets, which is the topic of this video. Iron sets that are broken, missing a club, even a snap shaft, is seriously tough to sell because you haven't, or a lot of people either can't be bothered or haven't got the know-how of how to basically make that set up. Is it even worth the time and effort? Now, I'm saying this because I see a lot of people do this on eBay, and I even see the money that can be made from it. And there's two ways you can make money from this. And whether these sets, by the way, are for your own set, your own bag, or you're gonna just flip them so you can afford the G400 Max driver that you want to get in the bag. Whatever method it might be, here's the two ways. Number one, you do what I've done. I bought 2 irons in this box that came from the same seller, very jammy, and they're going to complete both those sets. They're not exactly perfect, but we're talking, let's be honest, 100 quid for these at best, and we're talking 150, probably 120 for these. Therefore, if we're talking £400–500 for a set of irons, and we're talking JPX 900 forged or 919 forged, you're going to want to make sure the grip, the shaft, the head, the lie angle, the loft is exactly right, because you don't want that to come back and sting you. I'm going to obviously put in the description of both these sets, I've replaced both the irons and the exact length and lie angle, whatever it might be, of their replacements. But because they're 100 or £120 each, not too many people, especially at the level I imagine people are buying these for, they're not going to notice. Like in their game, obviously they're going to be aware because I'm going to tell them, but they're not going to notice in terms of their game. 2 degrees upright, 1 degree flat. Honestly, for you guys that are playing off 26, really doesn't matter. We're talking over 150 yards, 3 yards off centre if you're consistent. Let's be honest, if you're 3 yards off centre 100% of the time from 150, you're doing a lot better than a handicap at 26. The other way you can make a serious amount of money, and I'm talking 3–4 times your investment, is by listing them individually. Now, these sets, I'll be very reluctant, and that's why I've gone for option number 1, that people are still playing with pro combos and they lose their 5-iron, 4-iron, 6-iron pitch and wedge, and they go, oh, okay, I'll just replace it. A lot of those times people just go, can't be bothered, sell them, and they'll go and buy a new set of irons, wherever they might get them from. If it's more modern, so let's say TaylorMade M2, let's say Ping G30, Mizuno 850s, whatever it might be, if you find a good set on Facebook or a good set on eBay, because auctions, especially at the moment, I've seen auction prices drop heavily due to no one can play golf and it's winter, you could pick a setup for half the price, if not a third of the price what a full set of irons is, because the shaft is snapped, or the missing a 4-iron, or missing an iron in the middle of the set, they go for next to nothing. And to be honest, to fill that gap is going to cost you £30–40, because there's going to be people out there that have the same set, missing club, and they split them. And I see a lot of people on eBay do this. They're selling clubs for £30 each, and you imagine if I did exactly the same with this set. So I bought it for 50, I broke them all down, I sold these each for $29.99, and let's say there is a market for it and someone out there has just broken their 3-iron or missing their 8-iron, whatever it might be, £30 is a perfect replacement for them because they don't have to spend £200 or £300 on new sets. And for me, well, let's be honest, if I broke these all down into £30 each, I'm making £200 on a £50 investment. Similar for that. That is the two ways about it. But it's going to take a while. Like, you could be sitting on these for a year. Yes, you're going to make a great return on your investment, but at the same time, it's not going to fly out. When I get a tailor-made M1 driver for £100, I've sold it within 2 days for 140. Take out the fees, postage, I've made £20 on a £100 investment, but the turnover's quick. I don't really mind. It's in the flat for half a day, back out the door. These, great investment, but they're going to live in my wardrobe for quite a long time. So I actually bought both of these clubs, the replacements of the same gentleman, and he's, I highly review, and I'll probably leave his username in the video just so you guys can go and check him out. So it's very similar to what I'm doing in terms of just buying and selling clubs, and he definitely, I've seen him do it a lot, sells clubs individually, waiting for that person to break their club or lose it and then needs a replacement at 20, 30, 40 pounds, whatever they might be. And it just so happens he not only had the 5-iron for the Pro combo set, and it's in really good condition compared to like the rest of my clubs that I've got. He also had the Ping i3, and he split a deal. And don't get me wrong, when you, especially at the moment, this doesn't go for the gentleman himself, because I obviously know that he is selling these at like a profit as well, but everyone is not necessarily selling clubs quickly at the moment. So by all means, even if it doesn't have a best offer price, message the person and go, hey, would you be able to take 40 quid for this? Or hey, would you take £100 for those? So it's always worth messaging, and I did exactly that. I spoke to him. I think one was listed for £34.99, the other one was listed for £29.99. But he had £5 postage on both of them. I said, hey, look, would you do £60 for both, including postage? And he did. So I've now got both of these for £30. And you can kind of see where the margin is. Like, this set was given to me because it was missing a 9-iron, and the gentleman that gave it to me was very kind. Gentleman up at the range at Lower Henwick. And then this gentleman, again, he knew that you could get one of these for 30, 40 quid, and he knew it'd raise a value, but he didn't really want to go out and spend the time and search it, and then he's gonna have to listen on eBay. It's time, effort. It's the same with all second-hand clubs. A lot of people sell me clubs because they can't be bothered, and a lot of people will go and source them and sell them themselves individually. It really honestly goes down to how much time you've got. Ping iBlade. Now, here's the downside of this. Grip matches those spot on. Black dot. These, hang on, let me focus. There we go. Black dot Ping blade 9-iron. Now, you probably didn't notice that at the start of this video, these are actually blue dot, which on Ping's chart is 2 degrees upright. Black dot is standard. So this is not 2 degrees upright. Is that really going to affect my sale? Not really, because the range of price that these are in, we're talking £100 I'd be lucky or happy to get for those full set of irons. But because I spent £30 on that, I mean, I'm almost doubling, if not tripling my money on the set once we take out all the fees and the postage. Yes, it's not great. And to be honest, if there was a blue dot and the line angle was perfect, great. But as I said at the start of this video, the person that's buying these, it won't really make that much difference, 2 degrees upright or flat. Length, shaft, grip, which you'll see in a minute, that's kind of more important than the lie angle. I'd say that's probably on the bottom of the list. If you can tick it off, great, by all means. And if it's 4 or 5 degrees upright, okay, then potentially stay away from it. If the club's ½ an inch shorter or 2 inches longer, again, you're probably gonna have to stay away from it. But I wouldn't turn down this, and I obviously didn't, just because of 2 degrees. The 5-iron, which again is in really good shape to fit this set. So that is 3 to pitch and wedge, and actually a really good looking set now. So overall, £50. So I spent £80 on these now, which if I was to get, say someone messaged me and go, Simon, I've got this set of Night Pro combo irons, do you want them for £80? I'd snap my hand off. It's taken me a bit of time, a bit of effort, making sure that I've got the right shaft. The grip is kind of the same, it actually matches the 3-iron, doesn't necessarily match the other ones. But as I say, for the price range, it doesn't make a massive world of difference. Again, it'd be nice to obviously have exact, but when you're looking for these, it's gonna be very few and far between. 150, 160, doubling my money on the set, which again is great. And for you guys that aren't doing this to kind of make money, and the majority of you guys that watch this just trying to build a bag on the cheap, you can do this, move them on, trade them up, and then get that club that you do want in your bag. That's the whole idea. That's the whole idea of this kind of premium service I'm going to be doing. Obviously, I can't be on my phone all the time, or I'm not going to be in the best place in the UK to find a great deal. But if you guys are out there and have the kind of knowledge and expertise that I've kind of gained over the last 2 years, you can build a bag and it costs you zero. And it's going to be just as good as anything that came out this year. So guys, I hope you found that video interesting. That's where we are at the moment. Again, sorry for not posting, and I know a lot of you don't mind and you've been so kind and understanding, but I do feel I owe you a lot of explanations and updates when I can finally get back to the channel. Gotta go and pick the daughter up now and cook, and then potentially clean all these golf clubs off the kitchen floor. Have a great evening. Subscribe if you're new. Leave this video a like. See you later.